So today, I want to talk a little bit about Charolette, which is a really good anime on Crunchyroll. For those of you that have not seen it, it's about 7 episodes in right now. I highly, highly recommend you stop the video if you haven't seen it and you go and watch, because there are spoilers ahead. I just want to discuss it a little bit because it's one of those animes where I didn't expect it to take me so forcibly by surprise and actually draw me in, but it has. And I really like the anime, and I really want to talk about the anime. So, that's pretty much why I decided to do this review. So, after episode 6, I was very, very curious on where they were going to go with it. I was really, really hoping for the kind of Disney-fied version, to be completely honest, because I didn't think Ayumi deserved a fate so terrible at all as what she had supposedly gotten. But for those of you that have seen the current episode, have seen episode 7, you already know, sadly, Ayumi is dead. And that's fucked up. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we could do about it. It was interesting to see where that took you, though, because you went through an interesting path because of her death. He started getting mentally ill, people were taking notice, and then, it's revealed the whole time that Now is there with him, using her invisibility the entire time. Literally, the whole episode. You never saw her once until the end, but she was there, because she felt guilty for Ayumi's death. She said she had made the wrong decision, and I agree. I think Now did make the wrong decision, but at the same time, I don't think it was necessarily either of their faults for her death. So it's just a weird way to go about things, because Ayumi was one of those characters that was a massive pillar of support for you, and now that she's gone, we have to, because it's kind of about the tone of the anime, I guess you could say. It's not really that darkly toned, but the death of his sister, one of his main pillars of support throughout the series, that gives it a really dark undertone. It makes it a very twisted plot line. So I was curious to see how they were going to work that, but I was pleasantly surprised by what they did, showing Yu's kind of path to mental insanity, and he was getting ready to, I assume, what I physically saw, it looked like he was getting ready to do coke at the end of the episode. So he was getting ready to start snorting coke, he was beating the shit out of everybody, he was abusing his power. I'm interested to see how that's going to pan out in the future, because I get the feeling that's going to come back to bite him in the ass, But I mean, he's in a bad wave. He's in a very bad wave, and that was the good part of her death. Now, the character in itself should have never died. She should have never been gone. It's not. I don't believe, but I'm not the one writing the story. I don't know where they're going to go with this. I can only make assumptions based on regular anime tropes and things like that. And based on the tropes, what I assume is going to happen, Ayumi has officially died in order to help supplement Yu and Nao's relationship. See, now they're going to wind up dating, whereas before there wouldn't have been a opportunity for it. Now, through their bonding from her death, both feeling responsible, they're going to start to realize those feelings. In fact, you could kind of see in Yu's eye at the end of the episode, you could kind of see he was starting to look at Nao that way, and it was interesting. And obviously Nao feels that way, because why the fuck would you stick... I mean, sure, she feels responsible, but she was genuinely worried about him. She was worried about you. You can tell she was worried about you. So, if I'm right, then my prediction this whole time has been correct, and they are going to be utilizing Ayumi's death to basically bring you and Nao closer together. Most people probably know why this is a good and bad thing. It can be a double-edged sword depending on what you do. I don't know. Jury's still out on how I feel about it. I really didn't want Ayumi to go. At least not this quickly. We're only 7 episodes in. I mean, sure, we may get one season. We may not get another season of Charlotte. There's no telling. Like, we may get, maybe a 12, 13 episode run. That's what we got with Punchline. And that was enough to wrap it up. So maybe it'll be enough to wrap it up here too. But Charlotte just seems like a story that has more to it than its parts. The sum is greater, you know what I mean? So it seems like it's one of those stories that'll run a lot longer. And because of there's constantly going to be new people with powers, And they've still got 3 years left in high school because they're freshmen. So, in my opinion, what I'm thinking, this series could go on for a while. So, in episode 7, the question is, did they kill it? Because it's obvious. If it's going to be a long-running series, right? If that's going to be the case, then there's no way that you and Now are going to get together this early in. So what was the point of killing Ayumi? Just to kind of supplement that relationship. Unless they've got like a 1-2 season tops plan, it seems really wasteful to kill off a character like Ayumi this early in. A major pillar of support. At least it would have been feasible, I think, if they had actually turned Yu into a villain. But to show him going through his insanity, which was a great writing and great part, but to show him going through his insanity and then coming back to himself thanks to Now, being saved by Now, it's just an interesting thing. I'm curious to see where the story's going to go from where they're going to take this story next. But at the same time, as I've said, if this is actually going to be a longer running series, then I don't understand why they would kill her off so quickly. That episode could have easily been the penultimate episode. You know what I mean? Like, it could have been right before the last episode of the season. It could have been there. So I'm curious to see why now. Maybe they've got a lot of stories to tell. Either way, I was extremely satisfied with the episode. I was very happy. I'm quite upset that Ayumi is dead because I really like that character, and it's starting to look slightly like Now may take her place, but I'm iffy on that. It's very questionable whether or not Now should take her place. So, very in between. I don't know. I like the episode. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'd probably give it 4.5 stars because it was really good. It showed it kind of showed the darkness. It kind of helped you. You felt what the character felt. You know what I mean? Like when you was going through all of this stuff, you felt that he was distraught. You felt that he was pretending to be okay. You felt that he was unassistable at the time. You felt the pain of the character. And that is what makes a great anime episode. Definitely a 4.5. Once again, guys, the name of the anime is Charolette. If you haven't seen it, please, I implore you, because it's well worth the watch. It's a current summer airing anime. Please, go to Crunchyroll and watch it. All 7 episodes are available now for streaming. There's more coming on the way. Crunchyroll's got a lot of good stuff. School Live's on there, Yushio and Tora, Gate, Everyday Life with Monster Girls, Monster Usame. So, just do it. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about the episode. Let's get a conversation started. I love conversations. They're awesome. So, let's get a conversation started about Charolette, and, once again, have a good day, guys.